Knowbots
Knowbots
Radio.
Radio.
Knowbots.
Calvin and Karen.
Knowbots Radio.
Knowbots Radio.
Welcome to the Knowbots Radio broadcast episode 2. I'm your hostess, Karen Kilroy. Radio personality Kelvin Gertie will be joining me on an upcoming broadcast as co-host. Our topic for this broadcast is the role of content creators in the age of AI. Artists, musicians, videographers, filmmakers, writers, these are all valued areas of skill for human beings. We create this content from within ourselves. It comes from our hearts. I see often people will point to their chest when they talk about where their feelings come from that go into creating the content, and their goal is to move other human beings and transfer their feelings to other people. And sometimes people really love our creative efforts. Sometimes we have the opposite effect on people and they don't love our creative efforts. But there's always some type of reaction, and we're trying to get that reaction out of other people when we do that. And so it's a way of communicating. For an artificial intelligence model that generates creative content, the work doesn't have feelings and passion behind it because AI models are incapable of feelings. AI models are made to mimic human beings, and so they can trick human beings and make humans assign feelings to them, but they really do not have feelings. They're computer programs, and a very sophisticated computer programs, but they're still computer programs. And what they can do, though, is they can quickly absorb enough information about a human creator to mimic that human creator, and then they can also mirror the feelings of the human consumers. As they peruse that content, they can gauge the reaction, they can figure out what people like and what they don't. And so it can really fool our perception of what the AI is actually doing. In order to understand how the AI is working, let's take the example of artwork, although this could apply to any different type of creative content. Imagine that you yourself are studying an artist, let's say Jean-Michel Basquiat, got a very distinctive style. And then after studying him, instead of being influenced by him like you might normally be after you'd seen something new, you now have the capability to completely reproduce his style at your own will. And so if someone says, hey, can you draw Times Square in the style of Jean-Michel Basquiat? You can quickly produce a painting that could fool many experts. What this means is that in order for an AI model like DALL-E or Midjourney to create an artwork in the style of another artist, the AI model would have had to absorb and read enough material that was actually by that artist. The model learns from the material just like you would if you looked at the books and read it, except it learns everything, it remembers every detail as it is trained to do. It might not remember some things if it's not trained to do those things, but it'll remember all the details that it's trained for. When it's prompted in the right way by someone using the system, the AI model then can generate the artwork that is suggested by the prompt, and it will look very much as though it was created by that artist. Will that finished artwork be able to move people? I would say it's possible, even though the AI itself didn't feel that feeling, and that isn't why it produces that artwork.
Knowbots Radio was brought to you by Kilroy Blockchain, where you can learn about blockchain-tethered AI, the way to create trackable, traceable artificial intelligence. Visit https://blockchaintetheredai.com for details.
Your cutting room floor might contain a fortune of training data. In our next episode of Knowbots Radio, we will continue the discussion about content creators and their role in training generative AI to create derivative works. We talk about how one 1970s recording artist was paid years in advance for future income, and how this might work for today's content creators in the world of AI.
If you'd like to financially support our DIY reporting at Knowbots Radio, you can send a Venmo to Karen-Kilroy-1.
Knowbots
Radio.
Knowbots. Calvin and Karen.
Knowbots Radio.
Knowbots Radio.